RAELYNN'S got many surgeries over the years.
This right here. They cut into it once. They cut into it to take the metal out. Once they fixed her spine, her digestion improved a lot.
Yeah. I know brain surgery sounds scary. Good morning, sunshine. Why do I say it's morning when it's not morning? So I want to talk about all of RAELYNN'S scars. RAELYNN'S got many surgeries over the years, and because of that, she has lots of scars from those surgeries. But scars aren't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, a lot of times we look at scars and think that they're blemishes, but scars are actually reminders of the things that we've gone through. Scars are reminders of the things that we've overcome. In a way, they're reminders of bad things that we went through, and yet they've made us stronger. So we're going to talk about RAELYNN'S scars and the surgeries and the medical things that RAELYNN'S gone through that have made her stronger. What's the first surgery she got?
Eye surgery.
You
can see scars on the very inside of her eyes sometimes, maybe.
Yeah.
Two of our other kids have that same scar, too.
Yeah.
Amber and Corey both had eye surgery, the same kind.
Yeah, it was strabismus surgery, and that corrected like what people call lazy eye is what it corrects, but it's when your eyes aren't in alignment. So now her eyes are in alignment. Next was her GJ tube surgery, which most people probably wouldn't say it's a scar, and yet it definitely leaves.
I mean, if you took it out, you'd have a scar there. So
that's true.
It's just covered up.
Yeah.
Scar. When it was first considered, should she get this or not, one of her family members was really upset about it. And the way the doctor explained it was, well, we don't have to give her this, but you should think of it as a way to free up more time so you can play with her and interact with her and hold her and not be constantly trying to feed her, because it took forever to feed her because she had to eat so slowly to eat safely, and she really wasn't even eating safely. Oh, and Corey was so cute. Sorry, you have to include this. When she came home from surgery with her G button, Corey goes, "Now you won't have to taste that yucky medicine no more." It was so sweet. How old would you?
Oh, because we were giving her meds by mouth.
Mm-hmm. And she really didn't like the famotidine or ranitidine, whatever it was. It was minty flavored, and it was the one thing she didn't like the taste of. And
yeah.
Corey's like, "Now you won't have to taste that nasty medicine no more." It's so sweet.
Yeah.
He would have been 5-ish, 6.
Yeah.
5 or 6 years old. She has like marks on the back of her legs. They did these and hips around at the same time. She's had her hips done several times.
Talk about that?
No, this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little one. And she has another one on the other side. Those are tendon release or tendon transfer ones.
And that was
her ankles not turn.
It helps her have range of motion better.
Yeah.
For her ankles.
So she can.
Is that on both ankles?
Yeah.
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 So next was hip surgery.
We've had multiple. Some have been more helpful than others.
Let's see. At least how many? 4?
First one, they cut into it once, and then they cut into it to take the metal out, and then they cut into it to put metal back in. Mm-hmm. And they cut into it to take that metal out, maybe. Then they put her hips back in socket. I don't know. It's been at least 6 times.
At least
total.
6 surgeries for her hips.
Some of them have been very, believe it or not, minor. Like, some of them were, one of them was a very small surgery. Like, literally, they went in and got some metal out.
Yeah.
But hip surgery usually is considered very, very major. But they weren't all major.
And then her spine surgery?
Yeah, she has PICC line scars. One here and one here from when she had antibiotics. This one shows up better. Man, can we see this arm? Right there. See that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's from antibiotics that let us go home. PICC line let us go home.
And she had that PICC line in for over a month, right?
I'm not sure. It was a while.
Yeah.
And then she had a PICC line on that one after her spine surgery.
Yeah.
That one left a smaller scar.
RAELYNN, can we see your spine?
This lets her sit in her wheelchair more comfortably, even though it meant, it's a lot of, they cut into her back a lot of times too.
Yeah, so this was
infected.
So there was 1, and then there was a clean out. That was 2, and then
they didn't close it up though.
Yeah, they left her open, and then they
put a wound vac in it. It's kind of weird, but they don't like stitch it back together, and then they wash it out again, and then they stitched it back together.
3 times is when they cut her open and stitched her up.
No, I'm not even sure. Because what about bone graft stuff?
Yeah, that was the 3rd time, I think.
But this lets her sit more comfortably in her wheelchair. Without this, she would not sit up comfortably.
Right.
And it helped improve her digestion. She was having trouble digesting food because her digestive system was so squished.
Well, and also,
her spine was squishing it.
Despite the infection, which was a pain, it actually ended up being a very good thing that she got this. Like
Not the infection, but
no,
the surgery.
No, right, the surgery, not the infection.
Yeah, no, the surgery, she couldn't sit in her wheelchair comfortably, and we didn't realize it was causing her digestive issues. But once they fixed her spine, her digestion improved a lot.
Yeah, it's really good that she got that surgery.
She is more comfortable overall from it.
Yeah.
It just was, infections are not good.
You wanted to point out her earrings.
I mean, it's technically a scar.
So, yeah, she does have her ears pierced. But we, never put earrings in her.
We're not against earrings. We just don't put them in because I find it painful to lay on pierced ears. Like, my ears are pierced, but I find it painful. So she can't tell me if she doesn't like them. So we don't put them in.
Right.
In case they hurt her.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Her first mom pierced her ears. And sometimes we would put in earrings for her visits. But
so, yeah, she came to us at 17 months old with pierced ears.
Cute little earrings, huh?
And she did wear them a few times when we first got her. She was cute.
We would put them in for her other mom.
Yeah, she was cute with them in.
We just don't want to try to make sure you don't sleep in them every single night. We just sleep them out.
Yeah. Is the VNS the last one?
I guess so. That was before her spine surgery, actually.
That's true.
So she has one line right here because that's where the VNS thing is.
Uh-huh.
And then she has one line right here because that's where the electrode connects to her vagal nerve.
Right. And that VNS is why she's having way less seizures right now.
We're not even seeing seizures.
She's had 2 seizures this week. These are tonic-clonic seizures. But last week, it didn't have any on there.
And it was not abnormal at one point to have 8 huge seizures every day.
Every day, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that 8 was those were bad days.
They were bad days, but they weren't I can't believe that happened days.
They weren't.
It wasn't out of the ordinary completely.
Right. But now she's having 0 to 1 tonic-clonic seizures a day.
We think that's great.
And that's because of her VNS.
And that lets you yell louder, doesn't it? Yeah.
She's smiling about it.
That lets you yell louder and complain more and pay attention more.
I mean, so a lot of people focus on medication for helping with seizures, and for a lot of people that really helps. No doubt about it. But for RAELYNN, medication hasn't really helped her seizures.
Not as much as the VNS.
No, but that VNS, every time we've changed the settings on the VNS, because they started at really low settings.
That's not true. There's been times I've seen no help, but it didn't hurt anything. Mm-hmm. But there's times we've seen dramatic seizure improvement.
Right.
From a setting change.
So they just recently changed it 2 or 3 weeks ago. And since that change, almost immediately since that change, she's been having 0 to 1 seizures.
Sorry to keep correcting you, but it was back in December.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, but it's slowly, so VNS changes aren't always completely instant, and it has slowly been improving.
Yeah.
And so it could.
I thought it was just 3 weeks ago. Okay.
It was back in December.
I stand corrected.
But
I don't know everything.
But we saw a small immediate effect.
Yeah.
But it just keeps getting more and more pronounced.
Yeah.
But it's definitely the VNS.
Yeah. So that VNS, if your kid has seizures, explore that. It's not a solution for everybody, just like meds aren't a solution for RAELYNN, but different things work for different people. So I've talked with some of you before, and I know of at least 1 or 2 people where brain surgery helped them. So explore these different things. I know brain surgery sounds scary, but if that is what it takes to eliminate or significantly reduce seizures in your child, it's really not as scary as it sounds. It sounds bad, but it's very effective and can be very safe. So explore these things. If your child is having seizures and it doesn't seem like medication's helping, maybe VNS, maybe brain surgery. My point in all this is that the scars that we have remind us of sometimes blessings. Sometimes they can remind us of actually good things. Yes, it was painful to endure those surgeries, but RAELYNN now is having far less seizures. And she's strong. She made it through these things. And I just pray that you know that even if you're going through a hard time right now, this hard time might be a reminder in the future that you can have joy and hope even when life seems hopeless. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? That's right.